Hi everyone, we are now at the intake area for the Kariba South Extension project. This is our new intake area. Now some of you might be wondering what an intake is. In terms of power generation, the intake area is where our water comes through so that it can go down underground where we have the turbines, and then it can operate the turbine, and ultimately we operate the generator and generate our electricity. But before I show you where the water comes in, I want you to take a look at the structure that we are under right now. If you take a look to the sides, or if you take a look up, you can see the great red structure. This is what we call the intake gantry crane. And this gantry crane is what we use to operate what we call the emergency gate, which is on your left right now. This is the top part of the emergency gate, and what we use the emergency gate for is isolation. Whenever we don't want lake water to go through to the unit, perhaps for maintenance purposes or in case of any emergency, we use the hoist which is mounted on the crane, and we take the gate down and we close off the water. I'm sure you can also see to the right the yellow structure that we have here. We also have a hydraulically operated service gate, and this gate is what we use for secondary isolation. I'm sure you'll appreciate that in our line of work, safety has to come first. So whenever we want to isolate the lake water from the unit and the waterway, we have to have double isolation because people will need to go into the waterway. So that's what we have here. Now I'm going to show you where we have our water coming through so that it goes down to the unit. If you just take a look down and to the sides, I'm sure you can see what we call the intakes. Down below, under the water, we have the intake screens, and that's where the water actually goes through. So if you take a look to the left, I'm sure you can see all that lake water which is dammed by the dam wall on the far side. When the water goes through, it goes into what we call the head race tunnel. And then once it gets to the vertical section, it goes right down until it's in the powerhouse, at the powerhouse level, and then it goes into the penstocks and then out and into the turbine. When we go underground, I'll give you a chance to take a look and see what that is all about. But for the time being, just appreciate the equipment that we have here, appreciate the gates and the gantry crane, and just take a look and see the lake water which is now on the right side.